Okay, everybody, it is time. We are here to finally review Violet in all of her glory because while vision cards for me are something that I still need to work on and finish, I'm pretty much willing to call my review about Violet. As a character, I've kind of wanted to give her some time, test her out in the early levels. I was not super happy with her performance, so I didn't feel really all that confident about giving her a final review. But now I am definitively, based on some of the stuff I've seen and heard in the last few days, and getting her all pretty much to max level, I am actually incredibly happy with her, and she is one of my favorite units in the game, period. Not discluding anybody, as a matter of fact. She is just one of my favorite characters, no matter what. So yeah, light elemental character slash base. We've talked about all of this stuff before, and if you want the other details, you can go check out in the other video. But I wanted to show off what a more finalized build of her looks like. Not in the water elemental party, but of course in a light elemental party. I put a lot of time and effort into making sure that she was going to be pretty much finished for this video. And in terms of her equipment and vision cards, I am going to switch some stuff around. The Rob vision card is definitely one that I think I want to run as her main vision card. Swapping out the FF14 card because it could be put on basically any other character in this party, and it really wouldn't make that much of a difference. But the Rob vision card is, for all intents and purposes, a really essential vision card for the future. And for people who don't know which vision card I'm talking about, I have to scroll a little bit down, but here it is. A strong attack up magic card that also has some evasion on it for both critical and normal evasion. And this is one of the most crucial cards on the JP side right now, whether you're planning on building Locke or building Violet or building any evasion character. This one is just super important. It gives like a fair boost to luck stat, but it also gives a lot of extra things, including another ability, which is a pretty big damage potential for her. So I have to say, this vision card, while it's not one that I've finished yet, it is absolutely on my list of things I need to finish. This vision card is just like so important, and I'm just going to say it right now for Globalers, anyone who plans on maining the light element or maining Violet, get this vision card as well. While we're at it, we'll just talk about two other vision cards that I think are really important right now for Violet. First of all, the Shiva card, not for on her, but for potentially on a tank or another mage or Yuna, for example. Just another source of evasion, and that is really, really nice. Again, I don't have this vision card max, but hey, if I did, I'd probably be worried about myself. Last thing, this light elemental vision card, you can run it on her as a sub one, or you can run it on another character as a primary. It just gives AP up for the entire party, AP generation up, which essentially takes a lot of your light characters and makes them not even need bells. Bells is so superfluous to this party and Violet, as you're about to see in a little bit, that it's just not worth it. The other things, you're getting luck up, both on that and on here. This is another thing you probably want to run on Violet. And this, with the Valentine's Day Ketone card, I think it's pretty important to say that that Valentine's Day Ketone card, along with this card, allows Violet to get approximately 500 luck. And for anybody who plays this game, who knows how important luck is towards evasion, it's kind of a big deal. So yeah, all of that, but now we get to the grand reveal. Here's essentially what my Violet is looking like for stats. Currently, there is still some work to do on her TMR runes. Not only that, but there's also going to need to be a little bit more work done leveling her, because I'm not completely level 120 yet. But you can see 7,000 HP, about 1,500 attack, 6 defense, 11 spirit, 103 speed, 388 in terms of dexterity, and luck already 408. With the vision cards improving, that will definitely improve as well. And I have thought about removing the elf cloak. It's giving me a little extra evasion. Potentially putting on something else like Pod, for example, which would give her some extra speed. But you can get an idea really quickly. And the other thing I'm probably going to change here is her faith. She really doesn't need it. 40 is kind of an in-between between 50 in case I was going to use her with bells. But given how reliant she's ended up being, I kind of am fine with dropping her to 30 because she'll never need bells. And that brings us to this. And this is definitely something that I put a lot of work in the last few days, if not months, building up resources so I could finally invest into the runes to make a really good TMR weapon, and this is the result. As you can see, this is Ravi's sword that I've increased in terms of its HP, its attack, all of its stats, but the main ones being HP, attack, evasion, and critical evasion with a little extra critical and luck. And it also has the boosts of evasion, AP generation, magic resistance, and critical damage. It ends up being a really powerful piece of equipment that is incredibly strong for any sword user, but has definitely fine-tuned Violet into being an absolutely insane character, even before the 20 evasion that she is going to get from Rob's vision card. If we were to just unequip this for a second, and then re-equip, we can see that her max stats for evasion, which is normally a little bit of a hidden stat, is about a 111 currently. With the increase that I am expecting from luck in the future, as well as the increase I am expecting from the Rob vision card, it should be easy to get her to about a 168 or potentially higher in terms of her evasion stat. Long story short, it ended up being a really nice build. Just probably one of my favorites. But that's not to say the least. She still has her evasion buffs she can run. With the weapon that she is currently running, even without bells, she's generating approximately, with the vision card, about 30 AP per regular attack, which is a lot, and essentially allows her free access to whatever she wants to cast, which is pretty fun, I have to say. I mean, her evasion buff in her own kit, her critical damage up buff, all of this is really nice. This ability I haven't upgraded because it doesn't have that much yet, but it's not super important. As for Fencer, I pretty much just running this only for a couple of abilities. I found that most of the stuff in the sub part of her primary job is not worth running, and this gives her a nice little bit of range and access to almost a certainty for a critical hit, which if she does hit a critical hit after running her buff, she gains a CT boost. Violet's performance with criticals has only gotten better with time. She is now capable of running it basically completely, and she can generate AP if she runs her other buff. So yeah, she is an absolute monster, but enough of me talking about it. I am going to go right into a farming map so we can kind of see. You'll also see the light team's prowess in terms of dealing with the mid-tier stage. Not exactly the most difficult content, but for the sake of this video, I think it will show you how far Violet has come in terms of her performance. As a matter of fact, she is just essentially one of my favorite characters to run, because one of the fun things about her is her counter ability. A lot of counters for the longest time I've been totally just not even really thinking about them, not upgrading them, but Violet's, provided that she does get a single hit on her or attempted on her, if she evades it, she hits the enemy back, which lowers not only like the enemy's HP by about 7,000 roughly, it also, funnily enough, decreases the slash resistance on that enemy. So trying to hit this character and not hitting her is pretty detrimental to your character's stats. Other than that, she has a little bit of a higher move and jump, which makes her really excellent. Her large AoE is great for farming. I don't know what else to say. She's just such a great character, and one that even if she was a little bit painful to get, the value that she's getting essentially off of her. We got a raid animation here. That's very nice. Thank you for that, game. Is just incredible, and I think that she will be really great in the long run. Keep in mind that her job level 25 skill, the thing that I have just very, very recently got, is also a guts skill, meaning that she can survive a fatal attack as well, on top of just being absolutely evady. But this is the other map I wanted to show. Yeah, Violet, it does require a fair amount of investment, both in making a TMR weapon, which has provided a lot of extra stats and a lot of extra strength towards her. But not only that, you can you do need to invest into vision cards. So if you're really interested in Violet, if she's one of your favorite characters, I would recommend building the Rob card, planning on getting this New Year's card if it does show up on Global, and last but not least, just kind of investing in light vision cards as a whole, as they are very strong. You could see right there, it was a little bit fast, but the enemy tried to hit her. She countered it, she hit the enemy, killed the enemy, and generated some extra nice little AP for her, so she can go up, hit the enemy, generate CT. Every critical hit that she is hitting is generating her extra CT and getting her to her turns faster. She is what I would literally describe as a tempo character. It's just so cool to constantly see her not get hit the enemy, generate AP, the enemy tries again, misses, she hits the enemy again, has so much extra AP from this build, and yeah, it's just one of the most satisfying fun builds I've had in a while. She's one of the most fun characters, and generating those criticals also getting her, even off of her counters, generates her CT to get to her turns faster, and she really punishes the enemies. So to close out this video, let's just see what getting her to 120 would even do for her stats at this point. Why not? We got the resources. Let's check it out. There you go. Absolutely beautiful stats, a beautiful character, and a fantastic investment, as I think she will pay off for many, 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 many maps to come, both PvP and PvE. So thanks very much for watching. Take care, and let me know what you thought of Violet and this build in the comments. So thanks for watching. See you next time.